Hey everyone, Couch Investor here with another video for you today. In today's video we're going to talk about maybe one of the most popular stocks of all times, and that's Tesla. Tesla is the #1 position in my portfolio. Some of you might know I bought Tesla almost a year ago at $186, sold it earlier this year at $903, but then I bought back during the dip for a price, an average price of around $600. So right now I'm pretty happy with my position. We're going to talk about the $7,000 price target that ARK Invest has put on the stock. Obviously, the Tesla stock price reached $1,000 yesterday. I'm doing this video right before the market opens, so I think the stock will probably go back down under $1,000, but it's a huge milestone for the company. And we're going to talk about all the upcoming features and projects Tesla has in this video. I will try to keep it as short as possible, but I'll probably do more future videos on Tesla as well. Now, before I get started with this video, I just want to thank everyone that has been subscribing lately, and if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe now is the time to hit that subscribe button, and if you like the videos, maybe give it an early thumbs up, as it really helps me out grow the channel and get my videos out there. We're over 700 subscribers right now, so the road to 1000 is there, and hopefully we'll get there pretty soon. I'll probably create a very interesting video for you guys when we reach that milestone. So without further ado, let's dive into this. Alright, so for some of you that maybe might not know what Tesla does, Tesla is basically a car maker, but in my eyes, they are a car maker and a tech company as well. They manage to incorporate data analysis in their cars, autonomous systems, AI, all of that should be considered as a tech company that makes cars, obviously. But moving into the future, I think most car companies that will survive will have to deal with tech in their cars, and I think that's why Tesla is perfectly positioned for that, as well as obviously clean cars. Now, if you don't know, Tesla has a couple of models at the moment: the Tesla 3 model, the Tesla S, X, Y, and obviously they announced the famous Cybertruck that's supposed to be in production, I think, in 2021. The semi-truck, we're going to talk about that very briefly, because there are some rumors that Elon Musk wants to put the semi-trucks already on the market at the end of next year, because of maybe what Nikola is doing. If you want me to do a video on my thoughts on Nikola, let me know down in the comments below. And some rumors regarding Tesla vans that will operate in those tunnels that the Boring Company is building in Las Vegas, between airports in Ontario, but we'll see about that later on. All right, so most cars are between $32,000 starting price to around $75,000. Obviously, you can customize it, so the price can go over $100,000 if you customize it to its fullest extent. The Cybertruck should be around $40,000, which is a fair price, in my opinion, for the car you're getting. But obviously, as the years goes on, the prices of the car should be reduced because of the way they manufacture it. We're going to talk about that later when we calculate and when we see why that $7,000 price tag could be achieved in 2024. All right, so let's talk about the van idea and the Boring Company. So basically, as you know, the Boring Company has been digging some tunnels under Los Angeles, and as well they completed tunnels in Las Vegas. But this week, or end of last week, they actually got their first paying customers. The Las Vegas tunnels, the board of directors of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority voted to grant a $48 million contract to the Boring Company. What is that supposed to do? Well, it's supposed to help visitors in Las Vegas travel faster from the convention center to maybe hotels and casinos around it, instead of walking, I think, the 20-minute walk from one side to the other. Obviously, they have other projects as well, the Boring Company. They have the Chicago Express, the dugout loop for the Dodgers Stadium. I will put the link in the description below, where you can see all the projects that the Boring Company is currently trying to make. And then let's look at a direct quote from Elon Musk, I think around 2 years ago. So in addition to consumer vehicles, there are two other types of electronic vehicles needed. Heavy-duty trucks, maybe talking about the semi-truck, and high passenger density urban transport, which makes the idea of Tesla vans in those tunnels sound logic. Both are in the early stages of development at Tesla and should be ready for unveiling next year. Obviously, as we all know, Tesla and Elon Musk don't really look at timelines the way normal people do, but at least he gets the job done whether it's 1 year later or not. Alright, so the idea of the semi-truck is, in my opinion, a great idea, and especially now that Nikola has gone public. Even though Nikola has not gone public, they've just acquired a company and then reversed the listing, so it seems like they are listed, publicly listed on the stock exchange. But Nikola is in the hydrogen ecosystem. Tesla is not. In my opinion, hydrogen makes no sense moving on in the future, but their big plan is to unveil those trucks and to make those trucks go out as soon as possible. I think that's maybe why Elon said that the semi-truck should be on the market by the end of next year. And if they are not on the market by the end of 2021, Tesla will be using those semi-trucks for their factory first before it even reaches the market. But again, as we can see here from a leaked email that Elon confirmed it's a real email. So the email says it's time to go all out and bring the Tesla Semi to volume production. It's been in limited production so far, which has allowed us to improve many aspects of the design. Production of the battery and powertrain would take a place at Giga, Nevada, with most of the other work probably occurring in other states. Jerome and I are very excited to work with you to bring this amazing product to the market. Now, obviously, it would make perfect sense for Tesla not to only focus on individual cars such as the Model 3, Model S, Model X, Y, etc., but also think about maybe going with the semi-trucks or the van, which have, well, bigger companies could acquire those trucks, and with the vans, maybe airport contracts, like I said, Las Vegas could contract them to be their main transport manufacturer, which could bring even more revenue in the future, which all goes into plan and reach that $7,000 target in the next couple of years, which makes total sense if you look at it from that point of view. All right, so next, let's talk about the other plan that Tesla and Elon Musk have for Tesla. That's basically RoboTaxis, or basically taxis in their autonomous network. They released a new feature called car access, meaning the owner of the car can add other users that could operate the car, not totally operate the car, but it has some functions. Let's say open the trunk, locate the car from their phone. So the new car access is basically great for people that want to operate their own, let's say, taxi network. That's the first step to that whole operation. So car access, basically I will explain it with a tweet that somebody was very surprised and happy with that. Testing out Tesla's new car access feature with my colleague in California. This is really a big step for RoboTaxi. What's even more impressive is I controlled the Model Y in Silicon Valley from my home in South Central Pennsylvania. Now, why is that impressive, you might ask? Well, let's say a lot of people invest in some fleets, in some Tesla cars. I'm in California, you're in Pennsylvania, the other guy is in New York. All three people have access to the car. Now, let's say this RoboTaxi network works perfectly. There's a problem with the car. One of the three is busy, so you have two other partners that can fix the problem with the car. Let's say open the trunk, go there, maybe it needs some assistance or whatever, but obviously the actual owner of the car has the, let's say like on the PC, administrative access. So if you get car access, you will have maybe a bit less than the actual owner of the car, but this is just the start. Maybe it will evolve in a common access level, or the owner of the car can choose who has complete control and who does not. All right, so let's begin and start with how the price tag $7,000 could be achieved. So let's look at this picture right here. As you can see, it's basically a cycle. If one works, the other should work, and then the other should work, and then it's a cycle that should continue for years to come. So first thing is, if the RoboTaxi network works, the autonomous network is online and everything works perfectly, that means they can generate cash from the autonomous Tesla network, which then would be invested in new Tesla factories, which would make more autonomous Tesla easier to manufacture and probably cheaper, which would generate even more cash, so and so on. You get the idea. So let's look at why cost of cars could be achieved using Wright's law modeled cost. So as you see here, Model 3 cost curve has been declining for the last 3 years. The cost of the Model 3 has reached a price of around, what is it right now, $31,000 or so. At the start, it was over $100,000, which makes perfect sense as more and more Tesla factories open around the world, especially the launch in China would make manufacturing cars cheaper and cheaper, which would be great for the Model Y and the future models that will produce. We can look at past auto manufacturers such as Ford. You can see here the cost of making the car has been going down every year since 1903. So we could say the same would happen with Tesla cars. And probably with Tesla cars, the cost reduction will be more drastic since we're living now in a tech environment where everything goes and, well, it's basically much faster. Now let's look at ARK Tesla valuation. Obviously, the quality of the picture is not great, but bear case is a 25% likelihood Tesla trades at $1,500 or below, which makes, okay, perfect sense, but it's still a very nice price tag. Bull case, Tesla price trades at $15,000 or more, which would make the average price, the medium target is $2,700, but they say that their expected value of $7,000 has a higher probability of happening if the autonomous network works and is online at the right time, obviously. But let's look at the other scenarios. They have a full list of scenarios that I want to cover real quick. All right, so let's look at the possible scenarios right here. As you can see, the black swan is if Tesla goes bankrupt. Probably would never happen. Those prices are irrelevant right now. Okay, so now let's say we're at $1,000 today. They say $1,000 in 4 years. So what should happen for the price to reach $1,000? Tesla builds factories efficiently, happens right now, but can't lower costs and doesn't launch its autonomous network. Okay, we know the factory is done. Not yet, but we know it's possible. Lowering costs, we just saw, it is possible as well. Autonomous network, okay, right now there is no autonomous network that is properly online. So let's move up one more to $2,500. Tesla lowers cost, okay, happens, but can't build factories, they can, and doesn't launch autonomous network. Okay, fine. They give it a 28% probability of happening. Next, a bit higher, $3,400. Tesla lowers cost and builds factories efficiently. Okay, we're maybe there right now, but can't launch its autonomous network. 28% probability as well. This is most likely the case right now. In the next couple of years, this will be the case. Now, if you add the autonomous network, they're already jumping from $3,400 to $15,000 because that's how big the autonomous network could be with obviously the RoboTaxis. Now, if you want, you can screenshot this and take a look for yourself. But for me, I think the RoboTaxis is going to be huge for Tesla moving forward. I've made a couple of calculations myself. If X scenarios happen, then Y should happen as well. So as of now, Tesla's market cap is $190 billion at a $1,000 price tag, approximately, give or take. So if the price target will reach $7,000, that would make Tesla a $1.3 trillion company, which is lower than Apple and Microsoft at the moment. Apple and Microsoft at the moment are valued at $1.5 trillion. So, in 5 years, it wouldn't be that crazy to see Tesla over $1 trillion if all of these things happen, as we can see right here. All right, so let's quickly look at the graph right here. I've drawn this, I think, yesterday and 2 days ago. So as you can see here, the problem for me is, well, first of all, is the overbought scenario. The stock is clearly overbought, and we can see two gaps right here. Obviously, some gaps might not get filled, especially not in Tesla, but I still think this gap right here will be filled even today, because it's okay if the price goes back to 900 and something. This gap right here at 800 and so will probably not get filled unless there is very bad news coming out or we get 3 red days in a row. But as of now, I think this gap here will get filled today or tomorrow for sure. And then I hope the stock price will move sideways on this line right here. If not, we have a mini support at $850, which I highly doubt we're going to go back down there. So yes, going sideways to this price at 970, 950 would make total sense and would make the RSI go down a bit, which would be great. So to conclude, I am bullish on Tesla. I'm not going to sell any stocks anymore. Even if it dips, I'm very happy with my position. If it dips very hard, like if there is an Elon tweet, if there is bad news or a crash or whatever, I will not sell. I will just buy more and add more to my position. I believe we could reach $3,500 price tag in the next couple of years. That 7,000 price tag could be achievable if everything obviously comes into place. Let me know down in the comments below if you hold any Tesla stock and what are your price predictions for the next couple of years. And that will be all for this video. Again, thanks everyone for watching. Those of you that are subscribed, thank you very much. And those of you who aren't subscribed yet, maybe now is the time to hit that subscribe button. And if you like the videos, maybe leave it a thumbs up as well, as it really helps me out grow the channel and get my videos out there. If you want, you can go check out these 2 videos right here. And as always, guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.